Okay, this is my third try for posting the practice test. First video I messed up in the middle, second one I made it too long and YouTube wouldn't take it. So let's try again. Okay, I just won't say very much and I'll just show the solutions. Is the relation a function? Yes. Notice every x value is different and they each have only one y value. The key is only one y value. Okay, notice the second one though. We have -2 here for x and -2 here with two different y values. So no, that one's not a function. Okay, find the solution of the equation here. I put in some, and then when x is 0, 2, and 6, I messed up. X is 0, 2, and 6. I needed to put 6 in here also, so I'll just do it real quick. 6 times 1/2, well, that would be 3. 3 minus 3 would be 0. Okay, and what is that? That's the x-intercept when y is 0. When x is 0, that's the y-intercept. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right there is that point. Okay, and I meant to add that one, and I threw an extra one in there I didn't need, but it helped me with the graph. Okay, so, not redoing this. That camera got a little crooked. Okay, so the last one, identify the slope and y-intercept. Remember, y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. And my slope is my change in y over change in x. So let's start right here. If I go over 1, 2, 3, 4 with x, that's 4, that's the run, or you can say rise over run, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1. So 1/4 is my slope, okay? And my y-intercept is here, 0, 3, okay? So the other way is to take 2 points, find their difference, and that would be this way. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I take these 2 points, the first two, I could say it is 4 minus 3, 4 minus 3, and then 4 minus 0. 4 minus 0, and notice I can get the same answer that way. So either counting or doing the math. All right, let's turn the page. Find the slope of the line in the y-intercept. Again, I use that same formula to find my slope. Y-intercept is right here, 0, -1. Choose the correct rule for the direct variation. And notice what I did is I wrote my direct variation formula. I plugged in x values into that, x and y values into that formula, solve for k. K is 4. Put it back into the original formula. Notice it's right here, and then I could double check by plugging in these points into this. Okay, number 8, write the correct rule for direct variation, which is here, and it is rise over run. And anyway, so I can look at this and I can see my run is 1, and instead of rising it's dropping, so that means a negative value, -2, so -2 over 1. So k is -2. And so y equals -2x. Okay, solve the system of equations by graphing. So you just plug in x values and find your y values, which I did here for this line. And that's plotted here. And then this y equals 4 is a horizontal line with an infinite number of x values. Here's where they intersect, so that's the solution, 0, 6. Okay, this one I had to first rearrange into slope-intercept form, and because these two equations, you can see the original here and here, they're not in that form. So I added 3x to eliminate the negative 3x, and I added 3x here, moved the 2 over. Then I solved by putting in some x values, finding y values. I did that for both of these equations. You can see my math there. And then I graphed both here. And the one that said y is greater than 2, y is greater than 5, y is greater than 8, that one I used a dash line. And greater than or equal to is a solid line with closed circle points. And when it's greater than, it would be open circle points because those are just boundaries but not included in the solution. So the yellow shows the greater than this boundary, and then the pink shows the greater than this. So the solution is where they intersect here, and you see the two colors. Okay, 11. You're going to first, again, rewrite into the slope-intercept form, and then plug in x and find your y's and shade in the right direction. Okay, y is less than 6. Dash line because it's less than, that's just a boundary, less than. Billy plots points. It's negative 4, 2. And then 14, I'm just labeling 3 points here. What are 3 ordered pairs that are solutions? Anything on the line is a solution. Which ordered pair is a solution to the equation? You take these ordered pairs, you take their x value, plug them in here. Like negative 1 times 3 would be negative 3, not positive 3, so that's not it. This one actually is the only one that solves it. Okay, and then on the back, find the solution to the equation. So after you find your y value, don't forget to put it in an ordered pair so that it's the solution. When x is negative 3, y is 0. So I plugged in that negative 3 for x and found out y is 0. Okay, here's my equation. What is the y-intercept? That's when x is 0. Okay, so just plug in your 0. When x is 0, y comes out to be 0.35. What is the slope that passes through the points, this point and this point, and are located on the graph line? So here's a bunch of information about slope. You can see I made this my second point, my first, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, plugged them in, solved, and the slope is 4 over 3. In other words, it goes over 3 for x and up 4 for y. Okay, online company charges $3.50 per minute. Write a direct variation equation to represent the total cost. And so y is your output, x is your input, k is your constant. Well, 350 is our constant. M is substituting for x here. It's our input. And then y, of course, is our total. So it asks us for the function. That's why I wrote an equation here. Okay. This original problem was supposed to be shaded here on your paper. Hopefully you did that to your paper. It didn't come out on the copy machine. Choose the linear inequality shown in the graph. Okay, so just identify some points. I identified this one right here, and that is x is 2, y is negative 2. So here's my point. And then what I'm going to do is take the input 2, plug it in here, and notice these two came out very similar. You know, when I plugged in the 2, y came out to be negative 2. Well, that describes this point, and this does too, except for the inequality, the direction you shade. This one would have to shade this way, so that one's wrong. This one, y is greater than negative 2, so that is the right direction for the inequality, so this is our correct answer. Thank you. Best wishes on the test tomorrow.